Now the next thing is, how do you decide what courses should you take and how should their complexity be in terms of workload. Some things might be easier for some people, which might be difficult for the other. So how do you get to know about things? One way is you take up any class that you have, you put it up on Google and write Georgia Tech, write syllabus, and you'll be able to see syllabus of some or the other time. That could be nearer to the semester that you're planning to take, or maybe sometime in the past as well. So it is up to you to decide what exactly do you want to see, what do you want to take. The syllabus would give you kind of a general sense of what works well, what doesn't work well. But if you want to actually learn more about it through students, now it's practically very difficult for you to contact every student and for different subjects. So how do you find a good common place to do that? That is wherein course critique comes in. So let me take you there. So course critique, the website is critique.gartech.edu. Critique. Course critique is a wonderful tool in my opinion. This is critique.gartech.edu. You come here and this is like the homepage, the current homepage that you'll see. In this, you'll see that you can search for a professor or a course. Now, we can take in any random course that is there. For example, let's look at artificial intelligence. So I would put in the course that is CS6601, and it would kind of always auto-populate as well. And I click on it. So now you'll see that this is the landing page that comes in. On course critique, you'll see that this is the first, like the number of the course and then the name of the course. If you click on this file icon, this is wherein you'll see what exactly is the course about. Then you'll see that over the years, what has the average GPA of students been who took this class? Approximately what percentage of people out of 100, how many people who got an A, B, C and all of the grades. How many? W stands for withdrew, so you can also withdraw courses. There's a deadline for that, so number of people who did that. And every semester the same course might be offered by different faculty. So how do you get to know who's the instructor for your class? If you know who your instructor is, you can also see a generic detail about the GPA, the different grades that are there, and the most recent term that is there. Once you click on the instructor, you'll see, so there are two views of it, as I like to call it, of course critique. One is like the subject view, wherein based on the subject, you're seeing a summary of the subject. The other is the professor. So based on the professor, you are seeing a view of the classes the professor teaches, what is generally the average GPA and all of that. So this includes like everything from undergraduate to graduate to everything. And the best part is, like, if we go to the course that we wanted, you can simply scroll as well. You'll see different sections that are there. A section is the Atlanta section, that is what you will be enrolled in. So if you see, based on the term that is there, the size of the class, the GPA. Now, my way of sorting this is firstly, like, based on the course that is there. So I want the courses to go from highest number to lowest number, because I'm going to take only graduate courses, being a MScs student. The next what I do is I also sort a lot by sections. So with sections, this makes it pretty easy. With sections, if you see, this is like sorted in descending order. With sections, I have the different semesters this was taught, and based on the different semesters this was taught, what was the exact GPA for the class. Many times, I think we can try it for machine learning. If I look up for machine learning, you'll see that, yeah, and yeah, so if there are more professors, like kind of scroll and go to the professor that you want. So this is the prof I took my machine learning course last fall 2023 as well. So let's look at the details right here. It is 7641. Yeah, 7641. So 7641, you'll get details about it, say about a year or two previously, but it kind of remains the same. So you'll see that class is large, very large, what was the GPA percentage of people, and if it is a good class or not. So what this helps you do is also identify if you're trying to take classes to boost your GPA, are you trying to take classes to learn a new thing, and then how do you decide upon how the class was. So course critique kind of becomes a very important tool whenever you're choosing classes, thinking of taking classes. And once you do that, you can just pick up any of the courses that are listed, see the course critique rating or like of the professor of the course, and see how is the GPA distribution, as well as this one more website called Rate My Professor. So you can go to Rate My Professor, put in Georgia Tech, put in the professor's name, and you'll be able to get different reviews by students who post on Rate My Professor as well. So a combination of the two should give you a good idea of what classes to take, how does it look like, and how should you schedule it. From a personal perspective, a good way to balance out, okay, so even before that, so if you are an international student, you need to have 12 credit hours per semester to remain full-time. That's like the F1 visa requirement, so you have to do that. If you have a GTA or a GRA position, then you can use 3 credits of that to satisfy it. These are audit hours. They don't count towards your degree, but they help you remain full-time status. The second one is that out of the remaining 9 credits that you need to have per semester, you can take like core, elective, specializations, non-specialization courses, courses outside of CS as well, depending on your interest area. But do make sure that you're progressing towards your degree. The special problems that I was talking about, you can take 3 hours of that as well. If you take more than 3, it's possible that you take more than 3 as well, say 6. But towards your degree, only 3 of those would count. But if you take 6, of course, those 6 would count towards your full-time status. So whenever you're deciding classes or your workload, look at dividing your credits into what kind of workload do you want to have and how would you manage. With core classes, generally the workload in core classes is a little higher, is what my personal observation has been as compared to other classes. And most core classes also have a bigger strength of the class, because most people want it because it's a core of the specialization. So it might be sometimes easier to get, sometimes difficult to get, because everybody wants it, so the seats would fill up very, very fast. So choose according to that. Make kind of a generic plan of the specialization you plan to pursue, and how many electives, how many courses do you plan to take every semester. Because make sure that it is not necessary that every course would be offered every semester, and if a course was offered say fall of last time, it would be offered in the fall of next year, or a fall course would be offered in spring. Generally fall and spring courses are different, but some courses, especially core courses, do overlap across semesters so that everybody can take it and kind of finish their specialization as well. So I hope, especially like with course critique, that was something I got to know it in the very end towards August, and had I known about it before, I would have been able to plan my classes better. So hope you use that tool and make the most of it. Plan out your workload, look into special topics and special problems. They're always interesting to take. I took special topics in my first semester as well as in spring, and I'm taking it later on as well. I find them to be very interesting. So let me know if you want any other topic that I should cover related to studying at Georgia Tech, choosing courses, or anything else as well, about MSCS or something else. I'll try and make videos on whatever I think is best, because I've been getting a lot of messages from my undergraduate like juniors and people who I know are coming to Georgia Tech. So I just thought of putting it in a video so everybody has that knowledge right there.